clams.
Wait, are we recording? I see it says recording right there. I thought this was still the sound.
I thought this was our private conversation.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well,
greetings, fellow nerds.
Is this the first time they've seen the sign? Here, I'll bend over.
Well, I know.
My chair, I built a chair and it's too tall, but...
You might notice something is out of line, and it's us. Well, I guess we're always out of line, but today we're physically out of line because we built our own chairs.
Yeah.
There were no standardizations.
Yeah, we kind of just went for it.
You said no rules.
That's
no rules.
That is true.
And I guess I don't know where can people see
the
these
only
chairs?
rules is there has to be a chair.
I mean, Jesus Christ, Kevin, yours is Jesus Christ chair.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is my chair. I was going for a cozy beach vibe. So I think you can see that. Let me hold. It's a little. Is it out of focus? I don't know which screen is it. That one. But on the front it's nice, and on the back it's what
also
every.
Nice.
It's also
it's
nice.
just
it's actually better.
If I take the upholstery off, it looks also good. And then Alan built a kind of a camping chair.
This one was my chair. So it's got a cup holder.
Put it on the tortillas.
Nice. And it's really strong because of all the triangles. You see, because of all the triangles that it's got.
Wow.
And it's really good for your core. I can tell because my back already really hurts.
This feels like what's that? The channel where they sell things to senior citizens.
HGTV.
HGTV.
Oh,
yeah.
For a limited time, you can buy this entire collection of chairs for the low price of $40,000.
For $40,000, I think we will personally mail out these chairs to everyone.
If you think that's too much money, wait till you see the last chair.
Wow! For the price of free, you can have this chair that I found in the woods.
You can't even pick that chair up.
This is a heavy chair. It bears the burden of 10,000 souls that have been hardened into the wood. This chair will guarantee you eternal life and eternal suffering for you and your offsprings. Your womb will be as barren as your fields. You will not grow any crops, and your breath will smell bad.
I would like to apologize to all the audio listeners who cannot see what we're talking about.
You're going to have to just imagine it from the reactions,
just close your eyes and imagine a chair that you would find in hell. That's what Kevin built. If you're driving, also definitely follow this exercise. Close your eyes.
I like it.
Wait, how many people listen to this when they're driving? Have we gone over this before?
Do we have analytics for driving listeners?
Oh, we asked people, if you're driving right now, leave a comment. I forget which episode that is.
Oh, we probably never checked. That is so us.
Wow, that's too bad because all those people died for nothing then.
I know. What do you say, hot girl summer earlier? We're actually having a dumb girl summer. That's us.
Dumb slut summer. That's us.
Welcome to the Safety Third podcast. Today's a very special episode because we have new chairs.
New chairs. Can you believe it? We came in here to record and there was no chairs.
Yeah, so we had to build our own, and they're really special. There's something else. Don't break the chair.
I just ripped off a piece of chair.
We built these chairs in it was fast.
It was actually
like an hour.
I think my chair was done in about 10 minutes.
I felt my inner middle school woodshop class come out. I was ready to rumble.
I could tell. I was worried. As soon as you started building that chair, I'm like, oh God, he's measuring stuff.
No, I was just seeing how long it was.
I tried to measure with my feet and it didn't really work at all because I guess you have to I don't know. There's no lines.
On your feet?
Yeah.
That's
so
good.
Just kinda
Does that mean you have no future?
I just kind of eyeballed it. Yeah, I guess. And then so I ended up with this.
I'll tell you what. The nail gun broke. The staple gun broke. I could not find a hammer.
No, the nail gun is working perfectly normal. That's how it works.
God did not want me to build this chair, but I persevered.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is this going to be an extra, like a Patreon?
No, this is the actual podcast right now.
Oh, no, I mean the
chair building.
When people see the chair building. Is that
I think so. Yeah. Well, I think we'll probably... So every time we film a video, we're never sure if it's going to be good or not. And we're still not really sure. I think we did... I think this will be good. We did a whole Against the Wall interview. We made it like a reality TV show. And our editor is really, really good. He's very talented. And he's turned a lot of the absolute garbage that we've done into a watchable video.
Watchable garbage.
What are the chances that the chair video is up by the time this episode posts? 0 chance, huh? 0% chance?
This video?
Yeah, the chair video? There's a chance.
Yeah, there's a chance. There's a chance.
So if you want to see the chair video, there's a chance that you can go to our Patreon and support us financially. And in return, we give you shitty videos.
Yeah.
And if it's a
tutorial on how to make this awful, terrible Jesus chair.
The plans are in the video. There's a full CAD model.
Oh, we could scan it. Can we?
We could. We could scan it.
Yeah.
And then we could. Oh my God! Yes. You could print the demon summoning chair.
I can already see the armor's wobbling here.
That's the demons trying to get out.
Yeah. Jesus. Souls are a little feisty.
So if you would like to 3D print our chairs, go to Patreon. Safety third. Link in the description. Other than that, we're back on the set. I feel bad for the people that like the Zoom calls.
I really prefer this. I don't know why anyone would want to like go back to the Zoom calls, but I guess
they want us to suffer. That's what it is.
It was because they felt like they were hanging out, but like just throw a bunch of garbage everywhere wherever you're listening, and then look around and look and see that it looks the same as here, and that way it's like you're in the room with us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. No. Paint your walls green. Kind of make the room smell like farts and like a corpse.
You know what? Everyone's looking around and kind of saying, "Wow, you know." It still doesn't help.
Yeah, I like the sign. We got a new sign too.
Yeah.
We're like, look at Pikachu's on top. Look, this set's really coming together. This is great.
Where's Heimlich? He was up there.
I don't actually know where Heimlich is.
He probably fell down.
Did he fall into the dumpster? Did Heimlich run away?
I think he's embroiled in some kind of a Toy Story Pixar type of movie right now. How easy come alive and he thinks he's real.
Like him and Pikachu, they're like running around getting into like
who can do the Heimlich?
hijinks.
Heimlich.
Is that the Heimlich voice?
I don't know. It's me, Heimlich. No.
Heimlich Himmler.
I don't know if I think that we.
That was a little too German.
Heimlich is German.
So what are you doing in town, Kevin? Are we hanging out? What's going on?
I don't know. I feel like you know something that I don't. What is going on?
I don't know. I just thought I just figured that something was happening, but I don't really know what's happening. So I just figured there was something there.
Well, do you remember the idea I had to start these episodes so we could give them like a title and thumbnail? What was it?
It was just that we should do that.
No, but I had one idea.
Give them the title and thumbnail?
Yeah, because we do this thing where we just talk about things and it sort of like doesn't make cohesive sense when you come up with a title thumbnail. It's like, well, what do you title the whole episode? Because it'll literally start with like shark dicks and end up with like how to make the best macaroni and cheese, and it's like how do you title an episode like that
Shark
other than just
dick
like
mac and cheese?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So I mean, is it like a topic? Like
I feel like it was like who could open their mouth the biggest or something like that. Was that what it was?
Oh,
okay.
So then we title who can open their mouth the biggest. So then we have our title.
Sure we say that.
How do we measure? Do you have calipers?
I mean, we got the tape measure somewhere, or we can just use like a standard fist. We just use one person's fist.
Okay.
It has to be the same fist though. I think I've probably got a small fist.
Or I can go get the tape measure.
How many diapers can you fit in your mouth?
Well, are they?
Those are unused.
Okay, thank God. I meant no. I don't want to participate. Here, look at the tape measure. I'll be right back.
So
fill the airtime.
Are we gonna come up with a reason for why we're seeing who's
Is this just clickbait?
All right, got it.
I'm sure somebody wants to know.
If
I had a Wikipedia page, they could put this in the Wikipedia page.
I think my mouth is probably like 6 inches.
Yeah, that's
right.
That's like 6 or 7.
If
inches.
I just kind of have to count it out, it's like
1. I can open my mouth bigger than that. Oh, that's pretty big.
Which are we going width or depth or height?
Oh man.
Wait, how did you measure that just now? Oh, teeth?
Oh, what are you doing? Lips too?
I don't know. I just opened my mouth as wide as I could.
No, it's got to be teeth.
I found it.
We're going tooth to tooth?
What is there? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
let's just go tooth. Yeah, tooth to tooth. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Alan. Okay, pulled out my tape measure.
Dude, I'm gonna give myself like a tinnitus, tetanus. What do you call it?
Tinnitus.
Wow, that hurts.
Tits.
There's like a thing where you.
Oh my God!
Wow, you're like bang on 2 inches. Actually, that's impressive.
2? Is that a lot?
I don't know. It felt like a lot. I have a really small mouth. Okay, Kevin. You are just under 2. You're like 1 7/8.
Get wrecked! Okay, and then we gotta measure.
See how big my mouth is?
Yeah.
There's an audience for this, and they're really enjoying it. Okay.
Okay, so we do top tooth to... your bottom lip is made... I think that's tied with Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
That looks about 1 1/7.
I think maybe hit 2 inches.
16ths.
You might have hit 2 inches
maybe
for a split
15,
second.
16.
I feel like the only thing helping me is that my teeth are relatively small.
Yeah.
Kevin actually has pretty big teeth.
I do. I got long teeth.
So I think...
Yeah, that's definitely reducing your measurements there.
How big are your teeth?
I don't know.
Oh, you got pretty big teeth, too.
Normal
Yeah, I got
teeth?
tiny-ass teeth. Yeah, I got
Oh, my God!
Yeah, I got little baby teeth.
Do you grind your teeth?
I do, yeah.
Oh!
I have a neck guard, yeah.
Wow, you look like an herbivore.
I know.
You know, like when they teach about dinosaurs and they
Yeah.
show the teeth? You're like herbivore
like a
teeth.
sheep's head.
I feel like there's a joke in here. I'm actually a dickivore.
Look up a sheep's head fish. They have people.
Oh, that's why they're so smooth.
Yeah, that's why, exactly. Oh, God. It was just the best joke.
It's good for masticating herbs.
Okay, so now that we got the title and thumbnail out of the way. Wait, we're going to do this all
Mac
once. We
and
just have to
cheese,
open our
baby.
mouths as wide as possible.
Okay, thumbnail. Oh, maybe all together.
Look at the wide.
Oh, now we can get
Oh my
Soyjaks
God.
made of us.
Look how productive we are. In the middle of the episode, we're doing all the
Oh, what if the
post-production
thumbnail
work.
is like us, but we look like Soyjaks?
What's the soy jack? Is that anything like a soy boy?
Yeah. It's a guy that's like,
What?
Soy jack?
yeah.
So I'm gonna look this up. What is a soy jack? My thumbprint thing is not
Is that
working.
it's a meme?
You've
We're
seen
talking
it.
about a meme guy?
Yeah, it's like the white drawing of the guy with like the neck beard and like,
Oh, Soy Jack. I didn't know he had a name.
Why is it called that? It's just like, it's like kind of one of those rage meme
Yeah.
style drawings of wow, it's a really horrifying picture.
That's us.
What is this from? This, you know what? Actually, okay.
wait, go down. That's the one that is, this is, yeah, that, like, no.
Oh,
Like, yeah, like
Okay,
that.
I'm gonna
That
go
one's
to
us?
know your meme.
that's about right.
An online image of an effeminate man, often with a surprised expression, with an art style based upon the original Wojak. But it's got like a beard. This doesn't feel effeminate. What? Okay, know your meme.
Soy boy face? Is that what we were just doing?
Yeah.
Soy boy face, soy jack. Oh, it's just kind of like an excited face. Yeah, it sort of looks like a fake YouTube thumbnail kind of face.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with soy?
Dude, I don't know. People just love soy. I love soy, but
Also
Yeah.
known as the new male smile?
Like NU mail, right?
Cuck face?
Yeah.
internet slang
Dude, it's
term
weird.
referring to facial
this is-
expression.
This is like
People
terminally
need
online.
hobbies.
Yeah.
Go, like, I don't know, pick
This
up
is like a
trash
symptom
or-
of being terminally online. It's like, look, yeah.
Discord mod.
Yeah.
I do like cuck face though as like a nickname. I want to start calling somebody cuck face.
Cockface.
Who do we know that we could call cuck face?
We could just call each other that.
Good one, cuck face.
Thanks, Cockface.
No problem.
Dude, there's a long history here. Oh my god, there's like
Yeah.
it's like I don't think I have the patience to. That was funny. Look at that one.
What?
Oh, that's a pretty good
He's
one.
playing the Nintendo Switch.
Oh,
with
the cardboard, the Nintendo Labo.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
they gave him.
Why is that a cuck face activity? I never bought it, but I always wanted to try it. It looked cool.
This meme feels like
There's
it's
like a whole
based in.
4chan, but it's like just based on like those images or something.
Feels a little mean.
It
It's
is.
a funny face of the Christmas.
I miss the.
I love all the. You know, this Wojak is just the new troll face and the new rage comments.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, rage face.
Rage comics, I think, are pretty cringe now. So I feel like these are also
I said
kind
rage comments.
It
Rage
feels
comments.
like memes are just way too complicated now. What happened to the motivational animals? I miss those. I'm exposing
Advice
myself
animals?
here. I'm like really
Yeah.
like showing myself as a boomer cuck
business
face right
cat.
now. Yeah.
No, you gotta
like,
start saying like text-based memes before you could load images on the internet.
What were text?
I don't know.
Like,
What,
ASCII art?
yeah, I don't know.
Like a big middle finger or whatever?
what's the oldest meme? It's got to be some sort of text-based thing.
I mean, probably it might technically be like using a colon and a parentheses to make a smiley face. I think you probably loosely categorize that as like the world's first meme.
I used to be able to text like you could text like boobs, where you'd have like
Oh,
slash
yeah.
space slash parenthesis space period space capital Y space period space
Yep.
space close
Yeah.
parenthesis backslash
Stop
space space
You're
backslash.
turning me on.
Imagine like
Was it typing in your head as I was saying
Yeah,
it?
the audio listeners right now, you're seeing
Oh
the
my
same
God.
thing I'm seeing, right?
Wait, we finally did something for the audio listeners.
Following along, audio listeners.
It was like a musical with like the ball bouncing across it.
Space parentheses Y.
Yeah, capital Y.
Space.
Don't make the mistake of lowercase y. They look all disfigured.
8 == capital D.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Squiggly.
Squiggly.
Yeah, maybe I should have made it longer. More equal signs.
Man, we're just feeding the audio-only audience right now. They are.
Do you think there was any
this.
like Morse code operators that ever had to send somebody like
Morse code memes? Were
Yeah.
there any Morse code memes?
There's
Gotta be.
maybe?
There has to be.
I think there was like memes that people didn't know were memes but were memes. You know, like old like Web 1.0 websites where they have like everything's in like a flame font or something.
Does
Yeah.
SOS count as a meme, or was that always taken very seriously? Probably always taken very seriously.
Yeah.
I think drawing dicks on stuff is the oldest meme in existence.
505. Gotcha.
That's good.
Yeah, I wonder.
I just saw like a picture of like a
Are you
Roman.
just Googling world's
Roman
first
slingshot
No, I just said
ammunition,
Morse code
and they
memes.
drew a dick on this like lead slingshot ammunition. So they like it's like right now in Russia how they're like drawing, or like Ukraine, they like draw dicks on artillery shells.
I didn't know they did that.
They do.
That's actually kind
Or
of
it's
amazing.
like it's like drawing Kilroy on something.
Oh,
which is,
Kilroy.
like-
That's what I was looking
Yeah.
for. Yeah, I think that I've heard that as being like an old school meme of like this like little character that would just get drawn by like military. It was like
Yeah.
a lot like very like wartime thing. They would just everyone. It's like the stupid S thing. Remember you draw the S
Yeah.
in school.
What does a Kilroy look like? Is
Uh,
it like a Soyjak?
No.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, imagine somebody like peering over a fence, kind of, and you just see like their hands.
Oh
in
wait,
their
I
nose.
think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a hobo symbol or something. Like, you know, they'd scratch the symbols in the fence post
Oh,
to
yeah.
let you know if the house was good or whatever.
Yeah.
Here. So it's like
Kilroy was here.
It's like
okay.
it looks like the top of Humpty Dumpty, like just sort of a round egg head with two little dots for eyes and a huge dong-like nose.
Very dong.
Going
Squidward
over
almost.
like kind of a wall. So it's like the hands, the fingers are curling over the wall, the nose is curling over the wall, and the simple head's poking. It's like very simple to draw.
Yeah.
Kilroy was here.
And that was, I mean, that's a pretty ancient meme.
I guess, yes. They would just draw it. A meme that became
1940s.
popular during World War II. Man.
Jeez. Ugh, they thought they were the greatest generation.
Yeah.
Look at their memes.
Dude, if
and
they
look
could
at
see our memes,
yeah.
listen, they died for our memes today. Okay. If they could see what kind of memes we're posting right now, I'm sure that they would still be proud of what they fought for.
They died so that we could post memes that make fun of people that look kind of weird when they.
Have you seen the meme of like the soldier standing like this?
Oh yeah, guarding.
And then there's there's a bunch of like knives and daggers and bullets in his back, but then you just have like a little femboy meme guy like.
But I mean, you're not too far off with World War III being like a meme war. Like honestly, that's kind of like I kind of see that happening in terms of like I don't know. Misinformation in terms of like I have a strong feeling
whatever
that
nerd
it's already happening.
No, it's like I think
ChatGPT would never lie to me.
Yeah,
it doesn't know how to lie. It just doesn't.
That's like I think that's sort of like the modern day equivalent of like the A-bomb is fucking like ChatGPT.
I mean, I think there is something scarier about manipulating people in a way that they don't know.
In my last video, I don't know. Okay, this doesn't matter. In my last video, though, like there was a lot of comments, like I don't know, a dozen, 2 dozen, where people were asking if I had AI generated like the voiceovers in that video, and I want to just make it clear I didn't do any kind of AI voice generation. That's all me. But what I did do is I did ask ChatGPT to write certain parts of it, and I like adapted it. But like. It feels like people kind of like can't tell the difference anymore, so they're kind of like jumping into false positives.
Yeah.
No, it's probably because I think that ChatGPT is like got a very noticeable cadence to it, like just the way it talks.
Do I talk like that?
I mean, if you
talking like that right now?
ChatGPT talks
if
too
you
smart.
used parts of like its output as your script, then yeah, I would pick up on that.
No
I think
way.
I think. Oh man, I feel like
maybe I wouldn't pick up on it, but I think it would kind of like people like statistically would be able to pick up on something like that.
Remember when someone asked us on the Discord server, the question was like, would you rather die of like a biological weapon or like a nuke or something like that?
Yeah, nuke.
And we all chose nuke because like a nuke, everyone sort of is like, this is the worst thing ever. And it's like, it's bad, right? But like a nuke sort of just like destroys everything very quickly.
Yeah.
I feel like a biological weapon would be the absolute like worst way to
Probably
go.
Really bad.
And so I kind of feel like, you know, there's a little bit of a comparison to like a biological weapon with like a very advanced AI like ChatGPT, when it becomes better and better and better, of that kind of manipulation being able to like slowly cause problems as opposed to just being like a quick and like almost like a virus, like just slowly making things.
Dude, I've been talking about this before. Do you remember me talking about? I've had this idea for like a short film for a while
to take over the world.
Kind of, but basically, it's like ever since humanity has discovered like the transistor or something like that. You know, like what's the rule? Like every 18 months, it's like
Moore's law.
Yeah, Moore's law.
Yeah, rest in peace.
It's kind of like it's like a virus, right? Like the viruses, they kind of like double.
He should have doubled his own lifespan every 18 years.
Yeah, more.
So basically, it's like
smart.
It's like a cognito hazard. It's like basically like a mind virus that you have to like keep advancing and keep advancing.
Oh, to fight, to like get away from it?
No. Because the AI is like bringing itself into existence, and then the AI knows like who is more likely to like bring about its existence, so it like promotes them on social media, and then like even it could get so advanced where it could like basically like change traffic lights as you're driving through an intersection and have you killed, like at the far end, like late stage, something like
late
that.
stage AI.
God, can you imagine if it was like if it became kind of like a godlike thing where it like it just has fully like modeled perfectly, kind of like a physical simulation of the universe, so it can start doing like Final Destination type stuff.
No, I mean like
it raises the temperature of its own CPU by 0.5 degree, and that causes an air current, and all of a sudden like a tsunami happens and kills a bunch of people on the other side of the world.
Like they sort of, everyone tries to make it seem super straightforward about like, oh well, you would say that AI can't kill people, but if you sort of compare it to like a person who's like an intelligence, like sometimes even people can't get it right of like, well we do want to kill people, but only if they've done certain things, but then we're not sure if they've done those things, so we don't want to kill people. And so it's like, if you have an AI who's deciding all these things, like how could you possibly ever know if it's doing a genuinely good job, or if things are being changed, other than just saying you're not allowed to kill people? It's like, well, let's say you can't kill people, but you could do other things to push the domino over.
And how shocked would you be if you found out that today's episode was fully AI generated? That's always the twist in these videos. It's not actually. We didn't.
No, we're
but like you
we don't have enough foresight to do that.
You heard Elon Musk say, we don't even know how Twitter algorithm works. It's just like, we're going to try to be more transparent.
That's because someone explained him at work and just got really confused.
No, it's because the AI.
Nobody could understand if I could.
AI, bro.
The engineer's literally like writing diagrams, and Elon Musk is like, oh, so you're saying nobody understands this? And the guy's like,
the longer he's the lead of Twitter, the less smart I think he is. It's really bad.
I cannot wait for April 15th when they turn the For You page on Twitter into
my god,
I'm not.
It's gonna be a disaster.
Not gonna buy it.
Dude, I purposely browse the For You page, or sorry, the following.
Following and For You.
I select the following page because when if I do find myself on the For You page, which sometimes it like just goes back to automatically, it'll just sort of like suck me into like shit. Like negative drama stuff, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, what? And I realize like that's on the For You page, and I'm like, you know what? Like screw this app. Like it's bad.
You know what I hate is like you go click on a post, and then it's like after 2 or 3 replies, it's like other posts you might be interested in, and you're like, show me more replies, show me more replies, show me more replies. Like, god damn it.
Consume.
I know, man.
That's how people get to this podcast.
Sometimes it gets me when I'm not paying attention, but
it's a little scary.
Are we gonna start paying for Safety Third to end up on the For You feed on Twitter? No. How is anyone gonna find Safety Third then?
They can find it in the trash where we always put it.
The third feed, the third secret feed.
Dude, I think that just on principle, like why would you pay money for it's
signal
so moronic.
To noise ratio is too high on Twitter right now.
Pay money for extra features, not to be excluded from the conversation. Like,
or it's a low signal to noise ratio.
Yeah, dude, he's actually like, it's so contradictory. Like, he comes in sort of white knighting the whole thing, saying it's gonna be the public this, the public, and then he like does the exact opposite. Like, it's actually kind of I don't know, like, I don't know what mental illness would that be? Like,
dumb capitalist,
bipolar, where you're just like you take half the stuff he said about being like a public soapbox, and this is like, oh, public soapbox only if you pay $8.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can understand no ads, like YouTube does, no ads, you get this, you get that. But like, also, like, how is YouTube Red? Like, what is it, like $15, $10, $12?
It's around there, yeah.
Or YouTube Premium, whatever they call it now. RedTube. And how is Twitter that much more? How is it almost like just half the cost? Like, they're not feeding any video or anything. I mean, they are, but like not nearly as much as YouTube. Like, what is it? Like, where you want money, but instead of asking people and giving them better features, you're basically forcing them to do it?
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is I'm really glad that now there's like a new version of that joke about like owning boats, and now we can say it about Twitter. It's like, what's the fastest way to earn $20 billion? Buy Twitter for $44 billion. So at least we've got that. That's pretty good.
I'm actually really curious to see what happens, and I'm also really glad that I'm not on the receiving end of whatever consequences come.
My God.
I think it's going to be bad.
What odds do you give TikTok in existing or not existing in the next few months? I have almost 1 million followers on TikTok, and that it doesn't really matter one way or the other. Oh my God,
I hope it gets obliterated.
You hope it gets obliterated?
I mean, this is just from a personal, selfish standpoint.
I think that
I like TikTok.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
It's like the best short form out of all of them right now. Like, have you tried scrolling on like the Facebook watch page?
No.
It is garbage.
No, it's so bad.
Okay, so a lot of people make fun of me when I mention this because they say, oh, that's just what's recommending you because it knows you. But it's like, I swear to God, when I go onto Facebook, what it shows me, it's like animal dismemberment, boobs, gore.
A lot of...
It's just like, it's literally just like, oh, girlfriend prank, where's dissolving bikini?
That's all I see is that kind of garbage.
Iguana getting cut into 4 pieces.
Oh yeah, it's like, did you see the one where they cook the turtle?
This is Facebook?
They're like, oh, look at this turtle.
Facebook.
It's like
I should be on Facebook,
dude. It's like they have this cute little turtle, and then they just like chop its head off and throw it on the fire.
I think I've seen.
Yeah.
I purposefully wanted to see what Facebook was like because I want to start putting content there. I timed myself. I couldn't spend more than 12 minutes.
It's so bad. And then you get like the fake pregnancy ones where the girl's like pretending to give birth in like a car, but everything is staged, and then like the firefighter comes and it's so bad. It's like brain rot.
What I stumbled into, there is an entire genre of video content on Facebook where it is a woman making a mold of a phallic object from multiple different accounts, multiple different people, actors, and it's all the same thing. It's like a woman like rubbing down a cucumber with grease and then like shoving it into like
dude,
silicone.
I saw those.
Multiple.
What's the URLs? I'm gonna block it.
Yeah, so that we can stay.
I have to do it individually, so you gotta send me a list of all the URLs.
I think if you just scroll on Facebook, and honestly, YouTube Shorts is like not that much. It's about the same, honestly, as that.
Have you seen the videos on TikTok where it's like there's 4 things going on in the video at the same time?
Oh yeah,
it's like they've segmented it into like 4 or 5 different things. That's the TikTok equivalent of
I thought
Facebook.
that was a meme or like a joke in Back to the Future,
People
and it actually is like happening. Like it's
or it's like the videos where somebody's doing something, but like they're flipping a knife in their hands, and it's totally unrelated.
Yes, and you think something's gonna happen, and nothing happens.
It never does.
I think when I first started using TikTok, because it was for when we were doing some sponsor stuff. I had never used it before, and I what I really didn't like is that it figured out. I don't know. I don't want to.
Well,
it told me more about myself. I didn't want to know this about myself.
I know.
It was giving me. It was like sexy girls.
Who's that one golf girl?
Oh my God, golf girl!
I have never been more interested in golf in my life.
And girls playing golf.
I feel like
the dichotomy of man.
No matter how bad TLC or any of those like TV networks became, I feel like there is something almost a little bit worse about a lot of the short form content. Like, there is a lot of good stuff. But even what you're talking about on Facebook, like, what does that do to people, though, when you're watching that kind of stuff and you're being desensitized?
It's for boomers.
It is. It has to be. It's like QVC and like HSN.
Yeah.
It's like they just sit there and kind of like
rot.
I can see how it like kind of ropes me into it. It's like I go to Facebook because it's like for some reason
you're like, oh, I never knew what the inside of an iguana looked like.
Only on Facebook, so I watch it.
Just and then it's like,
what's inside? Never had the balls to show me what's inside an iguana.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, a perfectly
Waterjet
down
channel.
The middle
Waterjet
iguana.
channel would never touch this.
Yeah, Waterjet channel, cowards.
And then it's
there's still a lot of different animals. Like
I don't know. I think a lot of it's like watching out of morbid curiosity, not the gore stuff, but like almost like the fake skits.
But they're giving you this like sort of forbidden entertainment, but it's like it's very like gladiatorial. It's like the Coliseum where you get to watch this like disgusting thing, and the only reason it's fun is because it's not you. Like people for whatever reason like enjoy watching.
Well, because it's there's something.
No, I'm talking about like the
Yeah.
fake girlfriend pranks.
Well, it's all kind of the same thing. It's sort of like this forbidden like.
Oh yeah, because it's like, what if this actually happened? Oh my god, it would be like so crazy.
You're watching like a weird, intimate, private moment that's kind of exploding, and it's just like, and it's fake all the time. I don't know. It's just there's something like very like disturbing about it.
So for TikTok in particular, I think it does it the best. Like it'll serve you. I mean, like once you sort of like go through the For You page enough and you give it like enough information about like, your brain, it does a really good job. It's the best one I think.
Well, it has yet to deliver hot disfigured girls driving heavy machinery.
You know what I'm doing now though? Every time I see like a girl on TikTok, like I'm like, I don't want to see this on my TikTok feed, so I scroll. I'm like, no, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. Show me more Indian guys. And now I've got this thing for Indian guys now.
Like, oh, wow. Oh, yeah. You recycle that motor. Yeah. Get that alternator up. Get that copper out. Yeah.
Because or else I feel like I just kind of go on there and just like zone out, and it's just like a dopamine feed directly to my brain. And I'm like,
when's the last time you watched TikTok?
A while ago.
Okay.
Because it's like
last night for me. I've been.
Well, tell me about one of them.
Get short brain. So this is a thing.
Damn it.
This is a specific thing because I have been trying to sort of like figure out like how short form content works.
Oh, you're watching it too analytically.
Well, okay. The biggest problem, and this is something like I had to actually address, and like it's something like I've talked with editor Audrey about too because she ran into the same problem. It's very hard to analyze shorts because when you watch them, nothing really sticks. So I actually tried this with her. We watched a short. It was like a Ryan Tran thing. Like he makes good shorts, and we watched it. I think we watched it a couple times, and I hit pause. I said, "All right, Audrey, what was the first line of that short?"
Yeah.
And you can't answer that. The only way to analyze a short, you have to sit down and transcribe it as it's occurring. And then you can look at the words.
Do you remember watching the Spice Girls movie long time ago? Did you ever watch that? Okay, no. I watched. Wait, I had a sister.
Okay. And she hated the Spice Girls, but you made her watch every
one of the
day.
bits in the movie, like the villain, they're putting subliminal messaging into the tracks. And so, and it's like you can't hear them unless you have some MacGuffin, some special device. But it's able to, manipulate you. And it's like I almost get that vibe from shorts of like they're able to inject information into your memory that you literally do not recall or remember. And you can kind of just like sway people by continuously poking them. Like, is there anyone, you ever had an experience where someone sort of only tells you bad things about somebody?
Okay, like someone like someone has like a bad reputation,
let's say you've got a friend and they're always talking shit about some other friend, like, oh yeah, he did this, he did that, even if they never say they're a bad person, it's like, oh yeah, he always leaves the dishes, he always does this.
Yeah,
and then you kind of like you have this bad idea of the person, even though they never, maybe they actually really like them a lot, but they've only communicated negative things to you.
Like toxic shit where like people just only say bad things about like their significant
so you meet that guy and you're kind of like, oh, this guy's probably a jackass, and then you're kind of confused because you're like, well, he's actually kind of cool. What am I doing?
Yeah. What? Or then like you say something, you're like, oh yeah, that guy's an ass. Like I'm not surprised he did that. And then
I think there's a lot of little subtleties where you can sort of guide people gently in a direction.
That's the AI.
And I don't think it's necessarily malicious. I mean, it could be, and it's definitely an AI level, like a big AI test where it's able to feed you the exact perfect recipe of golf girl videos to get you to, God knows, maybe do bad math class or something.
Fairly straightforward recipe.
Yeah.
Like it's like almost like it's manipulation, but maybe no one actually has a goal. And so it's like chaotic manipulation, and so it's just like manipulating people in random ways and nobody knows what.
I would highly encourage you, I think especially Unnecessary Inventions does this a lot, and I'm not saying that's like a bad thing or a good thing. I think it's just an effective thing. if you ever watch one of his shorts, he does this thing. If you like sit down and you force yourself to just transcribe the words, which is actually pretty difficult. Like you have to fight sort of the thing the short is trying not to have you do.
Yeah.
He does a very interesting thing where in order to kind of like make these words flow in certain ways to like put you in that like meditative scrolling mindset, he will use conjunctions incorrectly, but you will never notice it while he's talking. So it's like bizarre where like a word like but or because or and then, he will use it in the wrong way. He will use the word but where there should be an and. He'll use the word but to connect two things that are not opposing. It's bizarre. It's like
I can't even think of that.
So then I modeled this part, but I took it off the plate and put it in this.
Because but would imply some sort of like contradiction.
Yeah,
problem.
like you shouldn't
but
be doing it.
But instead, it's like about some kind of a weird like absorption.
Yeah.
Because but is essentially a cue for you to recognize like a negative attribute of something. Like, but a problem. And so when he says but I then continued, it still is like triggering your brain.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's some psyop shit. It's actually fascinating.
Dude, this is terrifying because it's just
only if you think that kids are impressionable and that they watch shorts. Then maybe it's terrifying because then they're going to start using words differently, and then the meaning of the word "but" will become like what happened with the word literally.
When I say "but" in my TikToks, I'm actually using the "but" that has two T's on it. That because sex sells.
You got to make sure that when you caption it, it reflects that. So it's accurate.
But.
So it was like just even noticing that. It was like this. It's a whole different game from like long form content. It's entirely different.
It feels like at some point people will saturate to like the kind of confusion meta and they get bored of it.
Yeah.
And then like some new thing is going to come out.
That's why I don't really watch TikTok. It's not because of the confusion meta, but because it's just too. I don't know. There's like not enough information there.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's too mindless, and like I picked up on that, and I.
But that's why it feels good.
I don't think so at all. It doesn't tickle me like that at all.
It makes me feel like I'm being exploited.
It does.
That's how TikTok makes me feel. Like,
but do you think it should be banned?
No.
I think it probably should be heavily regulated. Like I do think there's like drinking or cigarettes or this or that. Like if you let people go absolutely buck wild, I mean look at like vapes and stuff. You got like kids, like it just there needs to be some sort of
like an ID system or like because right now aren't you technically you have to be like 13, right?
Yeah.
To start using that stuff.
I don't know.
Everyone folloes that rule.
Yeah,
everyone waits until they're 13 to sign up for these things.
I feel like it's like a company exploiting people or allowing people to like exploit themselves. Like that's what it feels like. And that feels bad. Like I don't want to say that there should be control over stuff, but letting someone create like a very advanced technology, which is what a content delivery system like TikTok is. Like I don't think people understand what TikTok is. Like it is a delivery mechanism. That's what's most valuable about it.
Yeah. It's an ad delivery mechanism.
Well, exactly. And so if you are able to make a bunch of money and you don't really care about the consequences and no one is telling you that this is bad, like I mean I don't know, dude, like think of what would happen. Like what happens if TikTok didn't have rules? Like what would be the kind of content on TikTok?
I mean isn't it kind of like that already?
Yeah, but imagine if they didn't have any rules.
Rules?
Probably porn. You'd end up with porn on TikTok.
Probably a lot more porn.
If there were no rules, they would be selling porn to kids.
TikTok is like QVC, but you don't know that they're selling stuff to you.
I mean, that's the manipulation.
Yeah.
And that's what's so scary is that every single boomer that's in charge of making the rules has no idea how any of this stuff works.
Oh, do you see any of the stuff from the TikTok hearing, the congressional hearing? God,
oh, no.
You couldn't have...
I've seen stuff like that before, and it's so bad.
You couldn't have like purposefully scripted better propaganda for TikTok than what happened at that hearing. Yeah. Basically, you have like a room full of fucking boomers. You've got like a young CEO from like Singapore, I think, but he knows his shit. He's the CEO of TikTok, and you've got these fucking boomers. And the meme question that took off was like, does TikTok utilize the home Wi-Fi? Does it access the home Wi-Fi when it's in your home?
He's like,
and the guy did like a double take. He was like, yes, it does. Sorry, I'm
he
not
said
sure
in order to connect to the internet, it needs to use the Wi-Fi. And he's like, does it connect to other devices on the network? And he's like, we do not do anything that is not standard for other companies to do.
And it was just such an embarrassing moment. Like you could tell, like some aide drafted this question up, or somebody did it for the purpose of creating like a sound bite for this like representative, and instead it was just like this.
That's even worse.
Do you remember those kids in group projects? This is them. They're in your government now, and they never got. It's never changed. It's the same thing.
All of a sudden, you've got like all of Gen Z now, sort of like almost on China's side, because now it's just the memes.
Yeah.
Like just the memes alone. It's like people are now like what does they. Like doing parodies of that guy in the question. They're like, does TikTok sleep with my wife when I'm not at home?
Can TikTok see my butt? Oh.
Is TikTok in the room with you right now?
Exactly.
Can TikTok see the pictures I took of the weird nut lump on my ball sack from under its...
It was just embarrassing. And it was like you've essentially primed, because I don't know about how long TikTok will live. I feel like maybe it's probably better odds at this point than not that like some kind of restriction of access will happen. But like you've just primed like the entire generation of people under like 25 years old to be completely against that.
Yeah.
By just
that's
like,
true.
Because because
they know what's going on. Like that's a stupid ass question to ask. And
there are genuine problems with TikTok. There's genuine things that should be addressed with TikTok and all social media platforms, and they decided to approach it in the worst, most ill-informed manner.
But that was
possible.
the only way they knew how to approach it, Alan.
I could understand if it was like the 80-year-old congressman asking a stupid question, but like if, like you said, if their aide like drafted this up, that's like multiple layers of incompetency.
We all just learned how lobbying works.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, meta lobbying, because Meta like I think does have like really huge ties in terms of like that campaign of specifically shutting down TikTok, but not Instagram. Or
Tell
Facebook.
me that you couldn't, for a little bit of money, convince any of those people that were in that hearing of some bullshit that isn't totally true and benefits you when they're making a decision in a ruling.
Do you think maybe they said that like as a bad actor?
Oh, no way.
No,
I don't think anyone would do that on purpose.
It's too goofy. I think it's too goofy.
I don't know. The fact that it works so good.
Oh my. No. I think that's like getting into like sort of like outsmarting yourself conspiracy.
Let me get my tinfoil hat.
Right?
Yeah.
Where it's like anytime that it's like something that requires like those two levels of competence, I think you can just assume that was incompetence.
Yes.
Instead.
Yes.
Here's exactly what happened.
Or we're screwed.
This senator needed to look up TikTok, so him and his aides downloaded TikTok on their phone. TikTok knew exactly, based on his location, where he was,
what he was printing out on his home printer on the Wi-Fi network.
Served him official-looking videos saying TikTok is in your walls, it's in your Wi-Fi.
They sent him golf propaganda. Yeah. He felt this urge to go golfing.
It has your hemorrhoid pictures.
This woman I see on the TikTok playing the golf, is she a real woman? Can I meet her?
Oh my god! Imagine during the hearing they start asking about their favorite TikTok star. So how could I get a hold of the golfing girl? Every time I sent a message and then it said I was blocked, but I do not know what that means.
They were like 2 steps away from that, because at one point they did this thing that like ended up being a perfect meme format where like one of them, one of the like senators or representatives or whatever, was like, may I direct your attention to the screen? And then she played a TikTok of like a gun being disassembled. It was like showing the mechanisms of a gun, and then she was like, I yield my time, as if she had made like this really great point about like, look at the dangerous things that are on TikTok. And so obviously people took that fucking moment and then they just replaced the gun TikTok with the most ridiculous stupid TikTok.
The Heimlich.
Yeah, exactly. And so then it's like this senator going like, may I direct your attention to the screen? And this like really
Fortnite
stupid
dancing.
Yeah. And then she just goes, I yield my time.
It's like a cat falling off a desk or something.
I kind of feel like, how much money would it actually take to hire a lobbyist on like Safety Third's behalf? How many patrons?
Way cheaper than you think.
How much Patreon money would we need to actually lobby
I think it would
Congress?
probably be at the minimum a couple $100. And at the sort of maximum of what you would actually really need is a few $1,000s.
But you think
I'd
like a
say
few $1,000 gets like someone in a room with an important person.
I'd say like the LD50 is probably like $5,000.
Every $5,000 one of the senators dies.
I think that
No, they lobby for you. That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
The LL50.
I think the entry level is a few $100s. And I think your kind of standard is going to be in the thousands of dollars. And then you've got companies with big money who are spending more than that, but they're not sending it to one person. They've got like it's almost like a kind of a botnet. You know, you're sending a bunch of lobbyists to communicate with their network of politicians.
What do you think we could actually do for like $5,000 of Patreon money? So like, could we make it so that all the other podcasts are illegal?
Well, but I mean, so that's the fundamental problem with lobbying is it's, I think, very similar to like how TikTok would manipulate people. Is there's no specific instance, or it'd be very, very difficult to actually use that 5,000 to make a definitive change. It's a continuous bleed, like advertising. Is you're continuously lobbying and you're continuously driving this narrative, because like at the end of the day, like lobbying does make sense, right? Let's say the government comes in and says, Alan, you make videos on YouTube. We're going to we think that kids would like your videos and we don't want advertising to kids. And you're like, hey, like, yo, like this is where you would want somebody on to be able to communicate, to share your side, because, you know, otherwise what, they're going to pull you in, like, you know, that's tricky. You need someone to kind of be there. Because you know, does your representative come and ask you all these questions? Like, no. So you need to pay to get somebody there to put your word in for you, which is, hey, my audience is not children. Like it is adults and, you know, like older teenagers that watch. Like it's basically like way, like everyone is, what, I mean, what is it? Probably your mid is like 24.
Like 24.
Yeah. And so that is, I think, kind of the appropriate use of lobbying, is being able to communicate your voice effectively.
Right? Like that would be the sort of like the ideal intent or function of it, right?
The inappropriate is that we want to keep tax filing complicated so that you have to keep paying for tax preparation software and services.
So here's what you do. We reach out to our local representative and we say, hey, we'd like to donate to so-and-so's campaign. And, you know, we just like to talk with him about what he's doing because we really enjoy it. Can we set up a meeting? You set up a meeting, you donate $5,000 and you're like, listen.
There's like an implication that
it's the Helmholtz fleshlight with $5,000 in cash stuffed in his mouth, so they have to pick it out of his mouth.
And then every time
sort of like
he
really
talks about TikTok, he's like, oh, wait, those guys that just gave me a lot of money think TikTok's bad and YouTube shorts are good.
Then, like you can literally, I mean, you've seen like, I feel like there's like media illiterate people, and I want to say like kind of there's a lot of boomer energy where it's very quick to absorb like the worst case scenarios and run with it. I feel like it's very easy to convince some person of some.
Do we have demographics for this podcast? Are there boomers that listen to this?
Let me look.
Okay, yeah.
I
want to know how much we should apologize.
Boomer is not an age; it's a mindset.
Boomer is a mindset.
True. I have boomer moments.
There
all the time.
are millennial boomers.
Yes.
Walking around with you right now.
Name a boomer.
Name a boomer. Name a boomer? Michelle Obama.
Mark Rober.
Mark Rober.
How many boomers? Give us a number. How many boomers do we have to apologize for every time we complain about boomers?
None. They don't deserve your apology.
What age are we guessing?
What, like 55
like
plus?
Over, 55 plus.
So we are at 2.5%.
Okay, and there's like 200,000 subscribers.
There's a couple of really hip boomers that listen to this.
Okay, so what's 2% of 200,000 with like 4,000?
Yeah.
Okay, to the 4,000 people listening to this that are over the age of 55, we're sorry.
We're sorry.
But you're boomers.
We're sorry.
But you are listening to this podcast, which means you're ononly boomer in age, not boomer in spirit.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Your brain is the age of a 33-year-old.
You're a young person stuck in an old person's body.
Yep.
And you don't look your age. You look much younger.
Yeah, you probably are really up on the TikTok memes and Fortnite
dances.
And now I'm a boomer.
Oh no.
Telling on myself. So yeah, if you're a boomer, I don't know, for $5,000 will you talk to Congress for us? Is that how lobbying works?
No, Congress is the boomers.
Congress is the boomers.
Yeah. You tell them the internet is a series of tubes and they'll run with it.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was like the original one, wasn't it? Yeah.
You tell them that TikTok is gonna steal your wife. The porn. It's gonna steal the porn you print out on your inkjet printer. Then they'll believe you.
I mean, it's funny that it's like I don't know. You have Vine, it's dead. I feel like TikTok is like probably gonna die. It's like every single time, everyone on those platforms has to jump ship.
Yeah.
Like rats.
Who comes out of the dust?
So wait.
Every time? YouTube.
because that's what I pay my congressman for.
Like, I think that YouTube is one of the most robust entertainment platforms on the internet because
it survived every time.
It has way more meat on its bones than everything else. Like, at the end of the day, like, YouTube takes a serious amount of like talent and effort from a wide variety of areas to make watchable content. So you have, like, I feel a really, really robust creator.
Does that include us? Does that include this?
Yeah,
the meta's changing though.
Wow. Look how much work we put into this.
Yeah,
like I think if
this is too much effort though, you know, this might be too cringe, you know, to the zoomies out there.
I've been sitting on a nail this entire time. Yeah, there it is. This one's been really digging.
There's literally one screw holding that whole, or no, a nail. No, it's a screw holding the whole sign up.
You know,
I see two.
Well, yeah, but how's the piece of wood behind it attached?
Wait, okay, I see two, but one of them is really stripped out. Jesus Christ.
One of them.
What if the new meta is we all put on our virtual fursuits and have this podcast and VR chat?
I bet we can make some serious money if we publicly became furries.
No, yeah, but only in VR chat.
Oh.
I my persona, I want it to be a moth. I think that.
I want to be something really gross.
Big titty moth,
like a naked mole rat.
No, big dick moth boyfriend.
Oh. I want to be. What's the worst animal I could be?
Blobfish, porcupine, amoeba.
Brain-eating amoeba.
How many personas do you think are brain-eating amoebas? Tardigrade, water bear. A big gay guy is a water bear? Is that offensive?
No, that's actually really good. I think that's a good idea. I think you just gave somebody an idea.
All right, if you're out there,
ooh, termite.
You're a furry and you are a termite or a tardigrade, or if you're just a physically large-statured man with a costume skills,
and
you know who you are.
Arms. You know who you are. Then show us what you got.
You know what you have to become.
And we'll rate the outcome on this podcast.
On this episode of the
Let me wear your
podcast.
skin. Let me try out that tardigrade avatar.
How long have we gone for?
54 minutes.
Wow, we just.
I guess
running for the first 5.
all that's left to talk about is macaroni and cheese, and we can end this.
We did. Did we include that in the beginning of the podcast? Or like, what do we title this?
Well, you said we start at like
shark dicks and end up macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
Okay. Craft or kind of fancy homemade mac?
I like Velveeta, like the shells.
I like the it's mac and cheese, it's Kraft, but it's the fancy version where the sauce comes like pre-made in the bag.
The Velveeta,
yeah, like that.
Yeah, there is something truly atrocious about like mid-range mac and cheese. Like, it's either got to be the super kind of shitty cheap one, which I would say kind of ends at Velveeta and goes to just the powder. Okay. And then like super like I feel like even I say the super high end mac and cheese can still be a little bit tricky.
I don't know if I've ever had any high end mac and cheese before. Like the most I think I've paid is $4, $3.
Yeah.
And that's for like the Velveeta or like the Cracker Barrel. Those are pretty good.
I've had some pretty decent, like nice mac and cheese, but I would say more often than not, I am disappointed by fancier mac and cheese.
Oh, like what you would buy at a food truck or a restaurant.
Yeah, especially when it's
food truck might be okay.
Lobster mac and cheese, or like they're really trying to fancy it up.
And it's like the saddest lobster and the saddest mac and cheese.
It's just mac and cheese.
It's like a flying car. It's just a shitty car and a shitty plane.
They add too much cheese or too much fat, or like it's like it's way too rich, and it doesn't have that grit of that powder in there, you know.
It's just not a main dish. Mac and cheese, I don't think can support itself as the star of the show. Fantastic supporting player.
If I had to make my own mac and cheese, I would
cheese product cemented to the fork.
Yeah, I would probably make mine like pretty thin. And like crisp it or put something like more crunchy. So it's like it's not what you would expect like a normal mac and cheese, but that's like I think what I would expect the higher end version of it to be, like a bit more texture.
Some like bacon bits.
Yeah. So like because like mac and cheese is like the cheap ones are like super salty, super like artificial cheesy flavor, and you lose that with the high end stuff. So if you make it kind of pretty cheesy, some sort of like kind of salt additive to get it a little bit more, but then you kind of have a smaller quantity of it.
I would mix it up. I would go for a complete surprise. I would do the macaroni elbow pasta or whatever, but then it's not cheese, it's yellow frosting, and it tastes like a cake.
Oh my god!
You bite into it expecting one thing, you get an entirely different thing.
Have you had the cheese ramen before?
No.
It's not great.
Or maybe.
No?
I have an idea. I just came up with an idea.
What? Mac and cheese or cake?
I think we do this as an extra. How many packets of cheese powder can you put in mac and cheese before it's unbearable? Let's see.
Oh my God.
Is it 10?
10 packets of mac
10 packets
and
of cheese
in just one
packet of noodles. Yeah.
I think I don't think
At
it
what
gets
point does
worse.
it just like solidify?
I think it just becomes
it hardens.
cheesier. I mean, wait, so you're talking like no additional water?
I think
milk or
maybe
whatever.
A little bit, maybe just enough to kind of like
keep it from like
clumping.
Because I mean, if it's just dry powder, it's probably not going to be great.
Ooh, what about cinnamon challenge? But it's mac and cheese powder.
You ever just raw dog the ramen packet?
You ever stick your tongue in the empty powder packet?
Yes, that's
no.
Yeah.
You never do that?
No,
it's an experience.
Why would you do that?
Well, clearly two of us have, and you have it. So
no,
why wouldn't you do it?
Yeah, it's nice and salty.
Yeah, seasoning packet.
Are you?
It's your tongue, not your wiener.
Are you kidding? You're always like, ooh, look at this umami bomb in Japan. You said that word like 12,000 times.
Yeah, but that's completely different from a packet of ramen seasoning.
No. All right, guys.
Well, you don't know. It's not like a pixie stick. You don't take the raw powder. You put the powder into your ramen, and then the packet still kind of has like a super fine dusting. Then you
sometimes when you rip it open, you do just.
Okay, well, you're sick. You're sick,
Listen,
Kevin.
have you guys ever done that before?
Leave a thumbs up. Leave a dislike on the video.
Have you ever raw dogged a ramen?
You ever raw dogged a pack of ramen?
Ramen seasoning?
Rom dogged it. Sounds like some Muslim holiday.
You know, in high school, people used to like just eat the ramen dry. Like they would crush up like the packet on their desk and then eat it.
They would
mix in the seasoning.
Is that bad for you?
Huh? No, I don't
think so. Bad for you.
Probably it's about as bad as just ramen is, but it's just a mouthfeel nightmare, I think. I don't know.
You know what I've always wondered, ramen related? You know on the packet it says like 2,000 milligrams of sodium. Is that what's in the packet, or is that what you consume when you mix
I think the whole kit and caboodle. So I think I think most of that's going to be in the powder. There's probably some salt. There's definitely salt still in the noodles.
They're assuming that you're drinking the whole soup and everything.
Yeah.
But like there are some foods where it's not like bacon. I think it assumes you're leaving the grease in the pan when you look at the nutrition.
Oh, does it
really?
actually?
I think so, because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. A slice of bacon being like 40 calories.
Oh,
I think it has to make that assumption.
That's some lobbying bullshit.
Yeah. Like a ketchup being a vegetable.
Because I like my ramen pretty soupy, so like I'm definitely not getting that full amount.
If you are drinking all the broth.
No, I don't.
Oh yeah, then you're not getting all the sodium, which is actually probably better because, dear God, 2,000 milligrams, that's all your sodium.
Yeah, that's for the day.
I like to max it out all at once.
All right, how many packets of mac and cheese? How many packets of powder can you put before something bad happens? What is it? What's the title?
It's got the title. I was gonna guess a number.
How many packets of cheese? Mac and cheese extreme cheese.
Wait, it's gonna be like a bowl of cereal when you've eaten all the cereal left, and there's like a couple Cheerios and like the soup.
I have another idea. We should do alternative cereals where we sort of see like what would Cheez-Its be like.
As cereal?
As cereal, yeah.
Probably pretty good actually. If you're okay, if you keep an open mind.
What about?
It's not kosher though.
It's a savory cereal.
Chex Mix.
Chex Mix.
That would be bad.
What if we have two wheels? And one is liquid, one is the gray, the cereal. You spin it.
Like,
one's the sauce, and then one like a solid in a liquid.
Coffee and ground up dry ramen. Let's
Let's
go.
go. Man, we're cranking out.
I feel like this is how they invent new alloys or something.
Yeah, you better. Otherwise, we're never actually going to do these.
I will.
I feel like there's still like a handful of ideas, like half a dozen ideas that people are still expecting us to do, and we're just never going to get to it because we keep bringing it up in the podcast.
I feel like this is how scientists like invent new materials. They're like, what if we take aluminum but we put
cereal in it?
We put uranium in it. Let's try. No one's tried that before, have they?
There's something that I do eat that I think is probably a little weird. Usually I feel very confident in my food choices, but so what I have started doing is I will just eat like half a bowl of just frozen corn. Like you just take a bowl. Hear me out, okay? I see your eyebrows being raised. You open up the bag of frozen corn. You pour like half a cup into the bowl, You get a spoon and you eat it like it's ice cream. It's sweet. It's got fiber.
This is what Japan does to a man right here.
It's a little less good than actual ice cream, but it kind of hits a lot of the same sensory targets. And you're just eating a bowl of frozen corn. Just gonna throw it out there. You know, give it a shot.
Keep in mind, Alan spent about 4 months of his life homeless.
You know what?
I never ate frozen corn once during that time, though. I think that's why I appreciate it so much.
Oh man. When I was in college and I went through my workout phase, I was trying to hit those macros. I would eat ramen and tuna.
I used to do that.
That's fine. No, it's not.
That seems like it would just get really old really fast.
Really fast.
Yeah. But I don't know. You crack an egg over it, get some fat in there. I think that's
get a little frozen corn.
Yeah, put a little frozen corn on top. Don't let it defrost though. It's good.
Frozen corn, dude.
Yeah,
are you okay?
Because it's like.
Is this a cry for help?
No, try it.
You know what you should do?
If I will tongue fuck a ramen seasoning packet if you eat half a cup of frozen corn with a spoon.
Deal.
It was too vigorous. We agreed too vigorously.
Can of frozen corn.
Okay.
And you splay it out on a platter and you put toothpicks in each one and serve them as hors d'oeuvres as a party. You might have to get one of those like ice cream making trays at like the cold plates to keep them frozen.
Like Dippin' Dots, but it's
Dippin' Dots.
Oh, singular. Baby corn Dippin' Dots.
Ooh, corn flavored. Actually, corn flavored Dippin' Dots would be good.
It's sweet. It's
savory,
crunchy. Yeah, it has a savoriness to it. It's
reminds me of my childhood.
Frozen vegetables.
I haven't tried any other ones. Just the corn.
I think that probably would. I think there'd be very few that would be.
It's like frozen peas.
Peas would suck.
Frozen green beans.
Green beans, those would be good.
No
frozen,
way.
No. If they're already kind of fibrous and tough sometimes.
Like almost frozen, you know, but they're in that like slush phase, so they've got like a crisp little bite to them. It's like a hack to make them extra crisp.
I think you're sick, Kevin.
This is just a theory that I have. Okay.
I wish I put on the extra idea of which vegetable tastes best half frozen.
It's corn.
I think it only tastes good if it's on its way to being frozen, not being defrosted.
How does that make any sense?
I don't know, man. This is it's my theory, okay? Because if it's being if it's being defrosted, that means it's going to be mushy.
But how is it not mushy if it's on its way to being frozen?
Wait. Here's it.
Same temperature.
Once you freeze something, like you can't unfreeze it. It doesn't work like that. It's not reversible. You might think it is.
Do you realize that we're coming up with like absolute banger video ideas? Like which vegetables taste the best frozen is such. It's almost like using butt instead of and, because they don't care about the answer. They're confused about the question and they're trying to figure out like what does this have to do with anything?
Berries are really good. Like if you substituted your frozen corn,
it's not a vegetable. It's got sugar in it. I guess corn has sugar in it. It's probably why it's good.
Yeah, I mean,
you actually just like sugar, Alan. I think.
Frozen sugar. I think it's better than ice cream, though. Like in terms of
health.
Maybe.
Not mental health, though.
Yeah, I said mental health. Well, on the mental health note, I think that is the end of this episode of the Safety Third podcast. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you so much for going to our Patreon and giving us your money. In return, we'll give you a video where we made the chairs we're sitting in. That sounds like a very good deal, doesn't it, guys?
Yeah. Look, there's a name in my. Are we doing the names? There's a name in my chair. It got caught in one of the triangles.
Oh, wow.
There's an ant crawling on my chair. Wait,
whoa.
There's actually ants in here? What the fuck?
Well, it is actual mostly real garbage.
Oh god, where's the ants coming from?
I feel like they're coming from inside you.
There's gotta be a trail.
The ants are inside you, Alan. Get them out. Pull them out. They're inside.
Oh, it disappeared. I don't know where it went.
There never was an ant.
There's definitely a trail of ants that'll lead us to a hole somewhere.
All right, I'm gonna pull a name out of also out of Alan's chair. And then I'm going to put it into Kevin's chair.
Oh, now it just caught on fire. Now it's gone.
Oh, my God. And then Iron Man came on. So, oh
my God.
Can we afford this?
And then Joe Biden came in the... Joe Biden
and Iron Man. Joe Biden starts humping Iron Man. But he is stiff. He has rigor mortis.
He's stiff?
Oh, I'm trying to save money. Okay. Oh, he's stiff. I see what you're getting at.
Yeah.
That's not what I was getting at, but it still works.
Yeah.
So we're trying to reduce the CGI. So they're stiff. They're both very stiff. Both Iron Man and Joe Biden. And Joe Biden's humping Iron Man.
And then a light from God above sucks them up there, so they're gone and they're not on screen anymore.
Wow.
And the editor is saved.
We saved 30.
Until Lightning McQueen comes out in a
full 3D CGI.
And he runs them both over. God sends them back. He didn't want them. And Lightning McQueen runs them over.
This is the end of us being able to improv things happening to the names. This is the absolute end of it. We're not going to be able to do it anymore. From now on, we're just going to be pantomiming and nothing's going to happen to the names.
What's the URL? Patreon.com/safety3rd. And then I don't know your credit card information. That you got to figure out on your own. And then you put it. I love you so just shitty. Just I don't care. Do what you want.
It's extra if you want us out of the chairs for the 3D scan.
I feel like you know what you're getting.